What's up, everyone, and welcome to the first Palace preview of the brand new season. The 2024-25 season is here. I'm so excited for the season to get underway and for us to kick off our campaign away to Brentford. It's a game that I think was a good one to come out first. I think a London derby straight off the bat is something really exciting. And guys, if you are excited for the start of the season, please like down below. Please follow if you are new, subscribe to the channel, and share this video out to as many Palace fans as we can, because this is an exciting time. Glasner, he's done some wonders at the end of last season. He's continued to the good form into the pre-season. He's had a full pre-season under his belt. We've got some new signings through the door, and hopefully we see them feature. I think one or two definitely will. I'll go through my predicted starting 11 in just a sec. But in terms of the squad situation at the moment and where we're at, I think we're in a good spot. I think the transfer window so far has been good. I wouldn't say great. I wouldn't say it's been bad either. I think it's been good so far. We are stronger. Obviously, Elise's gone. I think as a squad, though, we are stronger than where we finished last season. I think we've got more depth in some good in key positions, like at centre-back. Midfielders, I mean, Decore coming back from injury. It's a bit cliched, but it's like a new signing. And then Kamada filling in, and also Ismail Assar. I think using the Elise money towards the wages for Kamada, obviously a free signing. But also getting in Ismail Assar for really good value for money, and a player who's got Premier League experience and played at a very good level in the Premier League as well. Last time he was in the Premier League with Watford. I think we have got some good cover there for Elise after he's gone, and I think that it's a chance to the different players, different dynamics, and it's a chance to rotate, and when certain games need certain players, we can call upon either one of them in that position. And I think that Kamada as well, he can float through the front three, can come across to the left hand side. Eze, if he's still with us, obviously I think he will be going into this Brentford game. I think that they can rotate and cause problems on both sides. So personally, I think we're in a good spot. I'd like to see one or two more signings, preferably a proper cover at left back. I think it's so cool to see Uma in the squad and as cover at the moment. But I think having that real elite, I say elite, but you know, someone who's really pushing Mitchell for that starting spot would be good for not just the squad depth, but also for Mitchell to get even more performances out of him. He's been really good under Glasner, and I think that's going to only continue going into the new season. But yeah, as a whole, I'm quite happy with where the squad's at the start of the season. Still time to add to it, but let's focus on the whole point of this video. It's the Palace preview, game week number 1, first game of the season away to Brentford. How are we going to approach this game is what's going to be interesting to me. From the video, the pre-season games that I've seen and the clips as well, or particular moves, particular training setups, things like that, I think we're going to be going really gung-ho on the front foot. Last game pre-season at Sellers Park that we watched against FC Nantes of France, I saw us fly out the blocks. First half we were 1-0 down to a set piece, and that's something we definitely need to work on, because set pieces still weren't 100% right defensively. But in terms of how we were playing, front foot, it looked fantastic. It really did. Front foot, putting them under pressure, some lovely link-up plays. At times, probably overdid it, but you know, in pre-season friendlies, I think that's something that can happen. You can overplay it and not be completely 100% on it, like you would be in a Premier League game. I think if we had the ball in similar areas in this game against Brentford in the Premier League, we would get a shot away quicker. We wouldn't overplay it as much as we did in that game at Sellers Park. But I saw some really beautiful stuff, and I think really the pre-season we have a fantastic pre-season tour in the States. Obviously won the Stateside Cup up the Palace, but the performances have slowly and gradually gone up like this, and I think that's great going into a season. It's not always about results, definitely not, but it's mainly about fitness and getting the performances and the tactical familiarity on lock. And we've definitely seen that in this pre-season. So I think expect us to be flying out the blocks, putting Brentford under pressure. Maybe first 5-10 minutes giving them some respect. You know, you don't want to just give them no respect at all and get picked apart. But you know, we are the away team after all. First game of the season at home. The fans are going to be well up for it. The Brentford fans. The team's going to be up for it. All to play for. First game of the season. Everyone's on a level playing field in terms of points. Everyone wants to get off to a good start. But I think once we've found our feet into the game, 5-10 minutes in, I could really see us putting them on the back foot. High press, having our front line right on the edge of the box for goal kicks, stopping them playing out. Wharton and Decore, I'm pretty certain will start in the midfield. I'm going to get onto my predicted starting 11 in just a sec, but their role is going to be so crucial to this and important in terms of playing the ball forward, picking it up from the defence, and providing that stability in the middle of the park, which is so important and has been so important for a Glasner team, box to box, all of that stuff, really, really important. Without further ado, that's how I see the game starting off and continuing, and it's whether or not we got the fitness in our legs to keep that up for 60, 70, 80 minutes of the game. I doubt we will. I think there will be periods where we back off, and it's important in those moments when we back off how we deal with Brentford's attacks and how we deal with their surging runs forward and their strengths that they've got, including their new signings, which I'll touch on in just a sec. They're a side that have got really good structure. Thomas Frank's been with them for years now, and he's absolute legend of the club, I think it's fair to say. And Brentford fans, please comment below if you agree with me there. I'm pretty sure you all will. But yeah, I could just see them really having that structural familiarity. Their new signings, it'd be interesting to see if any of them start. One of them may well do, but I'll come on to that in just a sec. But yeah, it's those moments where we sit back and try and regain a bit of energy and it'll be interesting to see how switched on we are in those moments. And if players like Ivan Toney, who's still at Brentford incredibly at the moment, how we deal with him as a back three. Players like Damsgaard as well, and creative players like that in the middle of the park. I think it's important in those moments to be defensively, structurally sound, and that's what I'm really interested to see how we play in terms of defensive structure and when we're slightly on the back foot, which there will be moments in this game, I'm sure, where we are on the back foot. I'm really interested to see how we deal with that, and as I said, set pieces, because we haven't really dealt with that. It was disappointing to see an easy set piece goal conceded in pre-season, our last pre-season game, but I'm really hoping that we've worked on that a bit more since then, and it's just a blip, like the Anderson mess up against Crawley. I'm hoping it's all just a bit of a blip, and that we are actually going to be good defensively from corners. Here's hoping. But anyway, predicted lineup. It's going to be the same formation, I'm pretty sure, and I don't think there's going to be too much different in the back line to what we saw at the end of last season. Henderson in goal. It's clear that he's the number one. He's got the number one jersey. Johnston looking for a move away. I'm pretty sure that will happen before the end of the window. What he was personally absolutely love what he did at the club, especially in the years, in the months under Roy as well. Really important to the team, and it'll be gutting to see him go. But Glasner and the team, they've gone for Henderson, and you've got to say, since Glasner came in and towards the end of last season, was really, really good for us, and hopefully we see that continue into this game and this season. Number one shirt for him. Let's see him step up and continue his good form. So Henderson in goal. I think it'll be a back three of Richards, Anderson and Mark Gahey. I think Mark will still be here come Saturday, and if he is here, he has to start. What a summer he had with England. One of the best players in the tournament, without a doubt. Team of the tournament, has to start. No matter what's happened with Newcastle, until they pay the money that we're asking, you're not going to get the player. It's as simple as that. And I'm a firm believer in that, of us sticking to our value and not budging just because a bigger club comes calling. No, you've got to pay up. Pay what we're asking for, and you get the player. Simple as that. So that's the back three I think we'll be with. And then Munoz and Mitchell wing-backs. They finished the season so strong. Munoz had such an amazing end to the season. So really excited to see how they play in this game, especially when Brentford are more likely to be playing a back five as well. And those wing-back battles are going to be really interesting to see how they turn out. In the middle of the park, Decore and Wharton, I've mentioned them both already. I think they'll be the starting two. I'm really excited to see how Decore plays alongside Adam Wharton. Obviously, didn't get any game time in the Euros for England, but just to get into that squad was unreal, and he's continued his good form in pre-season. In the pre-season games he has played, he's looked very good, and he's starting to find his feet and his fitness and his his timing, his passing looks on point already from the games that I've watched. So I'm really excited to see how they link up, having Decore potentially be more of that box-to-box, Adam Wharton picking the ball up from defence and playing the passes and then getting forward to help the attack, and Decore sitting back a little bit. That'll be interesting to see. And then I think it'll be a front three. I think It's a bit early for Mateta. I'd love to see Mateta start up front, but I think it's a little bit early since he's come back from the Olympics. Amazing silver medal out there for him, and he had a great tournament. I think he was a top goal scorer in the tournament. So that was fantastic for him. I am expecting Edouard to start ahead of him. He started pretty much all of the pre-season games, and I don't think Mateta's had enough time to bed in since he's come back. So I think it'll be Mateta on the bench, Edouard starting, and then Eze and Kamada out wide. And that is an unbelievable team, if I do say so myself. Ismail Assar coming off the bench could add some real good pace at the end of the match. It'll be interesting to see. Players on Brentford side, you know, they had some big signings in this window already. Not that many, but we've got Fabio Carvalho, Igor Thiago as well from Club Bruges. They're two of the big signings that have come in. 23 million euros for Carvalho, 33 million euros for Thiago from Club Bruges. I think whether both of them start or not, I don't know. I think Thiago will definitely start up front for them if Tony isn't fully fit. Carvalho, though, I think will probably be on the bench. Again, I think that's a bit early for him to come in, but Brentford fans, let me know if you've seen these guys play, and if you think that they will or will not play, please comment down below your thoughts. In terms of score prediction, I'm going with a 2-0 Palace win. I think that we're going to get off on the front foot. What I've seen from pre-season, just based off what I've seen, if we play the same way, adding a bit more, because it's a Premier League game and you've got to add a bit more going into the Premier League game, and show improvements from what we've seen already, which has been some great stuff in pre-season, I think we will win this game. Even though it's away to Brentford, don't get me wrong, away to Brentford, and the last few seasons we've let in late goals against them, we've gone ahead and then they pegged us back and we've had draws. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends in a draw, don't get me wrong, but I just feel deep down that this is a game that we're looking to try and get another top 10 finish at least this season, which is what I think the ambition of the fans definitely want. After seeing the end of last season, the whole mood of the club shifted to, right, this is what we want to happen this season. This is our expectations, our goals. If the club are talking, the Glasner and the staff have all been there and done it in Europe. They want to get the club there. Parish is saying the right things. Everyone's saying the right things. If that's what we want, really and truly, then I know it's first game of the season. I know it's very, very early in the season and we've just kicked things off. But this is a game that you've got to look to win. And I'm sure Brentford will be looking at this at home against Palace as a chance for a real chance to get 3 points on the board as well. So I'm hoping for an exciting game. I'm hoping for some end-to-end stuff. As much as that's very nervy as a Palace fan over the years, seeing us going end-to-end against teams, it never usually ends well. But I think we've got the squad for it now to really cause teams issues. And I'm really excited to see how we go. So 2-0 is my score prediction. Guys, get in the comments down below. What are you expecting from this game? What are you hoping to see in terms of starting lineups? Do you agree with my points? If you don't, comment below. Score predictions as well. 2-0 I'm predicting. Put it down in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe if you are new. I'm really excited for this new season. I'm really excited to put more content out for you guys. Let's go. Red and Blue Site YouTube channel. We're off. Palace preview number 1. Let's hope we can get 3 points against Brentford on Saturday. Season is here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.